Hello, truckers, and welcome back to American Truck Simulator with Realistic Economy. How's everyone doing on a Saturday? Yes, we are still in Illinois, and we're going to continue to stay in Illinois, I think, until we hit almost every city. Good news is, to start off today, because I logged in about an hour ago, and I just kept hitting the refresh button, I finally got a load going to Chicago. So that is where we'll be headed off first thing. We're down to Marion. Now, I don't remember if I left off here or not, but this morning I downloaded the new coast to coast map, the updated version of it for the Illinois DLC. So we got all of the coast to coast map back up and running. So any of our drivers, if they were driving over here, and once they complete a load, they'll have something available to them to drive on back. But yeah, we're in Marion. And we're going to be headed up to Chicago. It says I've already been there. I was there on the coast-to-coast map, so that's why that's highlighted. So we got Effingham we haven't been to. Well, we've been through there. We got Bloomington we haven't been through to, but we've been through it. And then, of course, we got Chicago. I think once we get to Chicago, we'll try knocking off maybe like Rockford and Moline, which I thought that was in Iowa. But that might be in Illinois. It's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, the state line's like right here. So I guess that is in Illinois. So I'll have to go to Rockford and maybe try to get down to Moline. And then maybe back down to Bloomington. We'll see how far we get. But first things first, we need to get on down. We got a 14-mile trip, 24-minute trip to get to where our trailer is. I believe I'm hauling a harvester. That's what we'll be harvesting. Harvesting. Yeah, we're not playing Farming Simulator. We're playing American Truck Simulator. All right, let me just go ahead and get some things. Nope. I got to get used to the gearbox. I've been so used to the Eaton Fuller 13 gearbox. Now I'm doing the 12 plus 2 gearbox. So I got to get used to where the gears are. Hello, Dustin. Welcome. Hope your Saturday is going well. Is my park and brake on? No. I did change the user interface, or not user interface, but the display on the cluster panel. So we do have some options on this new Volvo. I think I was driving when I bought the truck on Thursday. Yeah, we streamed it on Thursday. I had it there on that cluster. I'm going to try it here so the miles an hour is a little bit more in my face. That way I can see what the heck I'm doing. So anyways, let's get on the road. It is about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I think we should be able to get this delivery done before it gets dark. I don't think that'll be a problem. Famous last words. So we got also about $30,000 in the bank account. Obviously, when we get enough cash, we'll buy a truck. I thought I was going to drive this truck just for like a load or two. Because we've been driving a Volvo for quite a while. But I think I want to drive this a little bit more. I'm actually kind of liking it right to begin with. So I think we'll stick with that. Oh, going this way. No, we don't want to turn here. So what I'm trying to get used to, so it says 30 miles an hour there. Just trying to get used to the cluster panel because I haven't driven it for a while. Waiting for that truck to get moving. There we go. Hello, Janka. Welcome. And Jacob as well. Wish they hurried and get the game out to you guys, huh? I get it. Although, unfortunately for it hasn't gone too well for PC players for the changes that they're making to the game itself, getting it ready for console, a lot of the new UI stuff has not gone over well with the current community. But it's one of those things that, you know, we just got to adapt to. I don't know how many more changes they'll be bringing to the game for console players. Yeah, as far as I know, there's no release date yet as for when it will become on a console. There's a lot of dates that have been thrown out there, but I don't think anything is official. Alright, so we need a harvester. Well, we need the trailer, but hopefully the harvester is on it. It's got to be... Oh, I see. It's actually in a shed over there. Can I go around this way here? Looks like a pretty decent farm they got going here. Hope they don't have any problems backing up to this trailer. I had a problem with the trailer on Thursday. And I'm going to have the same problem today. The regular trailer's not having a problem. With the articulated trailers, I am having a problem with this truck, which I usually never had too much of an issue with. Alright, got it there. So, I think what might be throwing me off is maybe the back of the truck, the new truck I got, is a little bit wider, so it's throwing me off a little bit of where I need to line up. How much does this thing weigh? Let's see, I gotta hit this button now for that, don't I? This load is only 30,000 pounds. Alright, so we don't... That's like hardly anything. I want to say not hardly anything, but I mean, for a harvester, that does seem rather light. I didn't see how long it's going to take us to get there, but if it starts to get dark, a little driving at night never hurt anyone. Actually, let me just see. How many miles is it? No, that's the wrong button for that. We got to go to here. 6 hours. So, yeah, it's going to be a little bit after 9 o'clock, which is not bad. I think it gets dark at 9 o'clock. So we'll push all the way through. And it'll be kind of fun. We get to drive into Chicago at nighttime, so we should see the nightlife in Chicago. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I do notice there is a photo opportunity not far down the road here. We'll have to take a picture of whatever it is. Add it to the list. Yeah, I'm not sure what that would be. Maybe I have to take a side road to get there, so that may not work. Whatever it is, it's down that road. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to go down that road at some point to take a picture of whatever it is. So this job will pay pretty well compared to what we've been doing. But this will be one of my longest deliveries in Illinois so far. But we are going from the south end to the north end. That was too low of a gear. Still not quite used to, for the side mirror, being inside the cab. I had another truck for a little bit that had that as well. Just a matter of getting used to it, I suppose. And also still getting a little bit used to the sound of the engine and where the RPMs are when I should shift. Got to get used to that. Trying to get the truck up to speed here. I think I was pulling too low of an RPM there. Compared to the Detroit engines that we've been running quite a bit recently, this engine is rather quiet. So we'll see what Chicago has to offer. I will say though, earlier this morning, as I was getting things set up for today, it happens every once in a great while, but I was having problems with my track IR system again. But I rebooted it, and after I rebooted it, it seems to be working fine again, so fingers crossed. Nothing happens. If you don't know what the track IR system is, basically it's just a device that's attached to my headset. So when I move my head in real life, it moves my head in game. And it was acting a little bit weird this morning. It was kind of moving on its own. If you've been through a lot of my live streams for ATS, you may have seen it happen once or twice, to where all of a sudden the camera just go, I'll do it on purpose though, but go like this. I'll just move up. I can't see where I'm going, which is not great. Hello, Miles. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Oh, and also, I got to remember, if you see me do this for a little bit too long, it's because I'm looking at my other screen reading chat. So, yeah, track IR. There's a lot of tracking systems out there that you can use. I've used this tracking IR system since 2015. So it even works in like Farming Simulator. If you drive in cab a lot in Farming Simulator. I mean, it works in a lot of games, but the games I mostly play, Farm Sim and ATS, yeah, it's kind of nice when you're using a steering wheel. You don't have to move the mouse to look right or left. Just a little bit movement of your head, and you can see what's going on. So I will say so far, what did I stream? Like almost 3 hours on Thursday, day of a release. And of course, it's just a little bit today. But so far, driving through Illinois, it doesn't seem to be as populated as I thought it would be. I have never driven around in real life the state of Illinois. I've flown through Chicago quite a bit, but I've never driven through Illinois. Yeah, this truck is very quiet, which is probably what most truckers in real life would like, is a nice quiet truck. Although there's quite a few out there also that want the exhaust nice and beefy. You want to make it sound like you got 1,000,000 horsepower under the hood. I would fall under the category of wanting it more quiet. But the only downside of driving this new Volvo truck, which came out, again, you don't need the Illinois DLC to get this Volvo. But the only downside of it is our mod does not allow our passenger over there. So currently there is no Cindy. Cindy is taking a break. Now, the one thing I remember reading about, and I have yet to see it, and far as I can understand, I may have this wrong, but there is the electric truck Volvo out there, but I think you can only get that by doing quick jobs. I could not see it this morning when I logged in. I could not see it in the dealership that we could buy it. Hello, Farmer G. Welcome. Hope you're having a nice Saturday. And by the way, I did see your comment, Farmer G, earlier this morning that you left on yesterday's episode of Transport Fever 2. Appreciate the helpful hints. A lot of people were actually starting to give me some helpful hints on Transport Fever 2 and the emissions side of thing. Starting to drive me nuts with that emissions in that game. You miss not having the cruising event? Yeah, it's kind of a downer, but I'm just going to treat it a little bit as it's there. I'm going to try to make sure we visit every city. Not that it matters. Like I said, we don't need to do it. I guess I'm going to assume it's part of a Steam achievement by visiting every city. But there are so many achievements in ATS that I don't have. I think I got like 50 plus achievements in ATS that I don't have. So I think I got about 50 achievements in ATS, but I got 50 of them that I don't. Actually, I was just looking. Is there a clock somewhere? I'm sure that there is, because with a clock, they'll roughly tell me an idea of how many more miles I might have to the journey. Because I know we're supposed to get there a little bit after 9 p.m. But on this cluster panel that I got up, I don't see the clock. Oh, wait, I got a clock in the GPS. GPS clock, bottom left-hand corner. Almost 7 o'clock in the evening, so probably got like about 120 miles to go. Oops, I'm trying to read chat, not really. It's the only downside about ATS. I really gotta... It's not like Farming Simulator where I'm driving like 6 miles an hour harvesting a field or whatever here. A slight movement or not paying attention for... Not really looking at the screen, you're in another lane. Only by doing quick jobs it can be... It can't be purchased. So I was wondering about that when I read about the electronic Volvo. I was wondering, like, okay, so if you buy it and you drive it around, okay, you don't fill it up with diesel, you have to recharge it. Yeah, how are they going to implement that? Because as far as I know, there's no electronic charging stations. Unless it's going to be one of those things to where you just had unlimited battery power. Or is it like a hybrid truck where it is partially diesel, partially electric? I don't know. I looked on Quick Jobs earlier this morning just to see if I could find it. And I scrolled through a lot of pages. I was finding a lot of the regular Volvos, but I could not find the electronic truck. Not sure if we're taking this interstate all the way to Chicago, but one would think if this is, you know, we're on the interstate, you'd think it would go right to Chicago. And everything goes well, we should be able to buy another truck today. Again, it won't be for us, it'll be for the truck in Champaign. And that is the garage location I chose for Illinois. They'll be dispatched out of Champaign, Illinois. I gotta get used to that side mirror over there. I mean, we actually do got other side mirrors on the outside as well, but still not used to looking at that A post over there for the side mirror. Oh, way station ahead. I'm glad I got over to the right-hand side because they're gonna pull me in, right? Yes. And everyone is slowing down. Oh, wait, is it on the... No, it's on the right-hand side. No charging is why it's only available for quick jobs. Yeah, it's just kind of I mean, I get why they're putting into the game. Maybe because obviously they've had a long time contract with Volvo, so maybe they wanted to get their truck into the game, be the first electronic truck, maybe. Trying to race this other truck out of here. Whoop, that was the wrong gear. So I'm interested to see what the skyline of Chicago looks like. Oh, it is only 55 on this part of the interstate. I was wondering why everyone was going so slow. It's not like everyone's going so slow, I'm just going too darn fast. Yeah, 55. Well, we'll do about... I'm going to put this on cruise control, because if I don't... Actually, let me put this into 11th gear, actually. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. Did it turn my... Because I updated with the map. Did it turn my lights off? It did. I was like, seems rather dark. So yeah, when I updated with the coast-to-coast map and reapplied it on the mods list, I had to reset my truck to the city that I was at. And of course, it also resets all your lights for some reason. Interesting. Looks like we are going up to turn around and come back a little bit. Yeah, it's only 45. Well, I'm sure I hit all the wrong buttons, but I hit enough of them to make it work. I'm pretty sure I can get a photo of downtown Chicago here. Let's go over to here. Maybe, let me go into here. Let's see if we get it like a more nighttime photo. Doesn't really pop out now, does it? But if I wanted a daytime photo, oh, just your eyes. Take a photo of that as well. I feel like the first stage will be in California. I mean, if they're going to do it, they're going to have to do it everywhere. And I'm not sure how they're going to do it, because I don't really know how long a truck would take to charge. So basically, if you like to drive around without the sleep, where you have to sleep, you're probably going to have to sleep through a night or a day for it to recharge. All right, now I gotta get back on track here. Looks like we're turning right here with the car next to us. Trying to figure out this GPS and what it has us doing. Oh, I need to get over there. What the? We're doing like a lot of loop-de-loops. Whacker Drive. It seems appropriate for what I'm doing here. Definitely feels like they got me doing a lot of stuff. Wait, now they... wait, what am I doing here? What the heck? Now they want me going down here. Maybe I should have checked GPS when I got into town, because this seems awfully weird what they have me doing. So wait, now you want me to... How much... GPS set me down here with this truck. They want me to turn when there's no left-hand turns. What the heck you guys got me doing? Yeah, we did this. They want me to go here. Then they want me to turn to get back on this interstate, to loop here, to go back down south. What? Unless I missed a turn, because I was too busy taking a photo of downtown Chicago. It looks like I could have taken maybe this road here and gotten on here. Well, I'm at where I'm at now. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. But this should be fun. There's no way this is going to work. Says no left-hand turns, but I disagree. Oh, that's not going to work. Yep. Trailer is hitting. I think you'll scrape along just fine. We do got to stop here on red, though. Alright, now I need to get over to that left-hand lane, but luckily my trailer's blocking off that side of the road, so I can move right on over. Hey, is this where... I'm not sure this is what I want. Wait. No. I want to go to the right, then I'll turn. Jeez. Okay, this is my new Houston. See, this is where having Cindy would have came in handy. She could be giving me directions of like, no, don't quite turn there. And boy, this harvester, I don't know how much clearance we got. I didn't even bother checking when it came in here. But it looks like it's very close. So hopefully we don't nick anything or get stuck. And also, having green lights along with red lights right behind it, that's not nice. I'm nervous, so much so because I don't want to take a wrong turn and have to do what we just did. And how I took that corner and the trailer was rubbing on that concrete wall and it took no damage. Maybe it's best not to ask questions. And I'm going way over the speed limit. Well, at least there's not tons of traffic. I think I can find the rest of my way there. Again, I don't know if that was when I got where I had to do that U-turn. I thought I followed GPS the way they had me going. But at the same time, I'm thinking I may have missed a turn, and that's why I had to do that. No, it should be in that gear there. Yeah, I'm still not getting... I'm still not used to the different gears now. It's hard to get rid of that old muscle memory of a 13 gears. So I got a left-hand turn coming up, so let me get over to this left lane. I think I'm following the fire truck. Still feels weird when I look to the passenger side, checking on things, that Cindy's not there. I did have a look on the workshop, and the mod pack that Cindy is part of, that mod has not been updated in ages. So I wonder if they'll add this truck to the list of that mods where those mods will work. Had a few comments about from the stream on Thursday about rolling through stop signs, and yep. Do I go through this gate here, or I gotta go through that? I think I gotta go over to that gate and install the truck at the same time. Can I get through here with this? Kind of hard to see when it's at night. I'll just drive on through and hope you clear. What lanes are open here? Well, it looks like they're all open, but I'm going to go through one that actually had a green arrow on it. But it looks like you could use any one of them if you wanted to. Alright, so now we just got to find our drop-off point. Again, I think it would be kind of cool in the future if they could, when you pull into a yard like this, to where you actually got the local workers moving around vehicles. So it's not just like pull in and you could do whatever you want. Ah, there's our drop-off point right there. I just got to kind of get it to where we can get in and... Oh, they want it the other way. Well, of course you want it the other way, which means I got to turn around, man. Ugh. This was a little bit more challenging to get here than I thought it would have been. Just trying to get it because I don't want to have to back up with this thing. Park and brake. Turn off the engine. Decouple. But hey, we made it to Chicago. But now what we're going to do... Actually, you know what? I can take a job now. External contracts, because it's done by real time. It's not going to affect us, but we are going to sleep through the night here. So Rockford is where I would like to go. So, yeah, we got one right here going to Rockford. And believe it or not, it's... it's another harvester. While we're up here, oddly enough, though, it's not at the same location. So yeah, I'll have 18 hours in real time to complete that, but we want to go over to Rockford and then down to Moline. So we'll begin that delivery, but we'll sleep through the night before we head on over to grab it. All right, so... G set time to 6, so go to the next 6 o'clock, which is just the next morning. And money-wise, we didn't earn that whole... Now, money-wise, we're probably going to suffer a little bit for a couple of days, only because taking out the coast-to-coast map for like a day and a half in game time, any drivers that made it to their destination on the coast-to-coast map, with the map not being there, then there's, quote-unquote, no deliveries for them to accept on the way back. So we're going to get a lot of drivers coming back with no trailer. So money-wise, we're probably going to take a little bit of a hit for a couple days, but we'll be fine. Hello, John. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Let's see if I can find my way out of here now. The one thing I need to check on my cluster panel is... I think I missed my turn where I needed to go. Oh, no. Get me out of Chicago. So I take the scenic route. I think I actually need to go... Ah, there. Okay, that's where I need to go. Where it says exit usually helps. Is there something on the cluster panel for fuel? Miles per gallon. Boy, I thought my truck was moving because of the shadow, but it's actually that crane. Oh, man. I think it might be that far. One on the right could be the fuel gauge, which is showing me near the top. But that thing is flipping me out, man. I keep seeing the shadow move. I think my truck's moving forward or backward. Yeah, I'm going to go with... let's see, if I change cluster, does it show me... Engine level, pressure. Alright, see the fuel on... almost on the far left-hand side. We're almost at 3/4 of a tank. Oh, it's in the same spot, bottom left-hand corner. Okay. I don't know what that indicator is way on the right-hand side, though. Well, whatever. But fuel is on the bottom left. It says I can go another 2,100 miles, but I don't have a trailer attached to this, so that could be it. The new Volvo is pretty ugly. I mean, you may not like the color. But I don't mind the looks of it. I mean, we all have our tastes. But yeah, I don't... I think it looks just fine to me. Let me out. Let me get out of Chicago. Stop sign. Yep, I'm gonna just... Well, I'm not gonna roll through. I'm just gonna drive through. Probably the same thing for this stop sign. Only 30 miles an hour. And I can't do 30 miles an hour, man. I just can't. No parking. Must be one of my city skylines towns. No parking. Alright, yes, I got a ticket returning right on red. And I didn't that time, so that's something. Wonder how our new driver is getting along in the Volvo that we gave them. Maybe Cindy is still in that truck. I'm pretty sure she is, because I didn't change any parts of the truck. Not the last gen of Volvo. Favorite truck of the game. I don't mind this one at all. I didn't think I was going to drive it too much. It's just, but now that I'm getting used to it, the more I drive it, the more I am liking it. Not that I disliked it right off to begin with, but as always, when you play the game, you change trucks after you've been driving one for so long, you get used to it. Any minor changes sometimes throws you off, and it's like, oh, I don't like it, because you're just not used to the situation. Item you mentioned in the DM really helps you with gear change. It's not a matter of me changing gears. It's just I got so used to the 13-speed retarder and where the gears were compared to where the 12 plus 2 gears are on this one. I'm still using my shifter as I've got the 13 gear. It's just it's all different. It's just a matter of me trying to getting used to it again, or getting used to where the gears are on my H shifter. So we're on our way to pick up a forage harvester. I think the one I just delivered was a regular harvester. Oh, I need to get over in this lane. Pet store toys. Interesting billboard. And looks like our destination is on the left-hand side, so I'm going to scooch over. And then we'll go to, is it Rockford? Rock something, right? I think it's Rockford, or I'm just going to say Rockford for now. No, we're not going into here. I think I'm going to Hitachi, it said. This Hitachi? Yes, it is. Open? Okay, there it goes. Had to think about it for a moment. There's the trailer, and got to back up to from the other side. Man, I'm just not liking these, this truck and these trailers. Having a little bit rougher time to back up to them for some reason. There we go. Two plus gears are classified as low 1 and low 2 for starting off with a heavy load. Yeah, I realize it's these gears right here. You may not be able to. Let me get this here on the cluster panel. C1, 1, but most of the time I'm either going to start in 2 or 4 is where I'm going to start off with. How much does this one weigh? 30,000 pounds. Was the other one a Forge Harvester as well? Maybe the same exact trailer as I took. Starting to feel like it is. Let's unzoom. Yeah, we're not really taking heavy loads as of yet. I may have hit a car. Okay, I shouldn't say may have. I hit a car. Let's get out of here before they say anything about it. I hope they can get out of that gate, because that is a sharp corner that I took. Am I up here on... I might be hitting this fence. Yeah, it must have been the fence, not the trailer. Seems like I'm just taking corner after corner with these longer trailers today. Yeah, I'm so... that's not... Yeah, just not shifting in the right gears still. Might be only 45 through here. Hey, I did that shift correctly this time. This gearbox is going to hate me for a while. Until I know where the gears are on my 8-shifter. All right, to Rockford. Let me just double check. Is it Rockford? Please tell me it's Rockford. It is Rockford. Okay. Just knew it was Rock something. Alright, got that going from 7th to 8th gear now. I'm getting it. Oh, sorry. It may not be 65 on the interstate here. No, 65. We are westbound. Yeah, also after this delivery, I want to see how our new drivers do and make sure that they are on the road. Not that they shouldn't be, but we'll see how they done on their first day working for us. You know, I'm still contemplating for next week's streams. One of the big games coming out is Forza Horizon 6. And actually, I think if you pre-ordered it and bought the early access, you might be playing it as we speak. Because I think you get 4 days of early access to it. Because I think it comes out on the 19th. Yeah, I think the 19th sounds right. Rockford. I wonder if that's hometown to the Peaches. The Rockford Peaches. Or I think they just would pronounce it Rockford Peach. Should be somewhat of a short delivery, as most are when you're just traveling in state. Hello, Logan. Welcome. Hope you're having a good weekend so far. Let's see here. We got the exit coming up. And then we're right there. And that looks like a Tyson that we're going to. Yes, I'm starting to get used to that, going from 7th gear on up. That's the one part of the shifting I've been missing on this truck with the new gearbox that we're using. Looks like a just pull in and drop off, but we got articulated trailer, so it better be. So we're at Tyson. If I can find a load from Tyson going to the next town, that'd be great. Yeah, that's what I meant about the Forza Horizon 6. You got to buy if you bought the early access, which is, I know a couple people that were here on Thursday said they purchased it. I'm just trying to figure if I'm going to stream it or not, because, I mean, I probably will, just because it's a new game. Well, it's a new version of the game. Chicago, we just came from, so I'm looking for Moline. Back to Chicago. No, nothing out of here, so we'll just do we'll exit out of there. Alright, come back in here. External contracts. So in Rockford, anything going to... Hey, there is one going to Moline. So we'll go ahead and grab that one. Yes, I want to check to see if I go company driver manager, scroll all the way down. We can now have 55 drivers, including ourselves. And let's just see what his driver log looks like. So he delivered corn, and now he's doing household appliances. Or he delivered household appliances. Now, you may look at this and say the profit was a negative 6,612. I think the truck was low on fuel when I gave it to him, and then they probably repaired it. So that's why it shows a negative 6,000. I would say ignore that. So he's done 2 deliveries, and now he's doing live cattle. You pre-ordered it, and it looks great. Oh, so you didn't... Okay, so when you pre-ordered it, you didn't spend the deluxe pre-order for 110 for early access. I mean, we did Forza Horizon 5 on the channel, and it did okay here and there. I mean, I'm probably going to get the game anyways, and I probably should just go ahead and stream it on... is it the 19th that it comes out? And today's the 16th, so that would be on Tuesday, as you said, on Tuesday. So, yeah, probably stream that on Tuesday. Anywho, we're going to Moline out of Rockford. Let's go pick that up. And I almost looked over and said, "Are you ready, Cindy?" But Cindy's not here. I think Cindy is riding with that driver we just checked on. Did not look to see how big of a fuel tank this truck has. But being a Volvo, I'm going to guess like 260 to 300, somewhere in that vicinity. I think I'll be taking the next exit, so I'm just going to stay right in this lane. Or wait, do I? No, I need to move over. Wait, where did that car go? That car did move over. And just stay right here, because the next exit is ours. Oh, someone's riding a dune buggy over there. I think that's the first time I've seen that beside the road. So, yeah, the only thing I'm not used to yet is finding the speed limit for the most part. It doesn't show up too well for my eyesight, apparently. I think it says 45 through here. Say 45? Yeah, 45. Hello, F1 driver. Welcome. Hope you're having a good weekend. Is that supposed to be a road over there to a cornfield? They paved the road a little bit for the farmer to go into his cornfield over there, it looks like. I like how it says truck entrance this way when this is the only way. Where is... Oh, that's our loan payment. I was like, did I just hit something? No, it's got to be our loan payment, so it's like 10 o'clock in the morning right now in game. Yep, there's our trailer. Seems like the regular trailers I got down with this truck. When it comes to the articulated trailers, yeah, it seems like I don't have that kingpin lined up that well. That's why it always takes me a couple tries. I don't expect this load to be too heavy. 20,000 pounds, not even 20,000. So this will knock off all of the cities in the north end of the state. And it's just a few cities kind of in the middle-ish that I've driven through, but we didn't get off the interstate, so we did not really discover them. And the direction light is a lot quieter in this truck than it was in the, is it the 2018 version? I think it's the 2018 that we were in before this. No, it wasn't. 10th gear, 1/8 gear. And I missed so many gears and took too long. Lost all my momentum. Alright, set the cruise control because external contracts, 65 is the max we could do. Then after this delivery, I'm going to have to look at the map. And I think there's 2 cities that are technically left on ones I have not visited. Bloomington, I think, is one of them. Actually, there might be 3 cities. Bloomington might be Effingham. Surprised our city wasn't on that mile marker because it's not that far. This truck is very quiet. Ah, the W900. It's been a while. I think the last time I drove the 900 was when they had the 100-year anniversary. It says Moline straight ahead, but GPS is telling me to get out here. Hopefully it's not sending me another wild goose chase like it did in Chicago. And it's strange we can't see ourselves in the reflection of a stainless steel tanker. God, I love how they put that road sign right there. It makes it difficult to see oncoming traffic. Welcome to South Dakota. Well, I mean, I can go there. But that should be the next DLC in months' time. Moline discovered. And I just noticed when I came into Moline, I don't think it showed me... I didn't get a Steam pop-up that showed how many cities I visited in Illinois. Usually it'll say, like, you know, 5 or 6 cities or whatever. Oh, wait, I'm turning here. Dude, can you go? Thank you. Oh, no, am I turning too soon? Wait, there, I am turning too soon. I was like, that is an awfully sharp corner. Must be this one. Better be this one. I haven't tried the horn on this truck yet. It's a prominent horn. John Deere. But yet they really don't have a John Deere harvester out front. I think I'm bringing this to a Swift. Sorry, trucker. I think there was a trucker coming this way, and my trailer's now blocking the road. Did not know they had a gate here. That's where they want it parked, down there. And that means I'm probably going to have to do a blind... well, not blind. I got to use a passenger mirror, which is gonna suck. Yeah, I don't think I can. Yeah, kind of can't do that, can I? Not going to have enough room to get that trailer squared in, so I'm going to have to... Should have just pulled in and backed up right away. Hit the zoom button, which is always not the greatest thing to be doing, but... I think I'm turning too quick. Yep, that's a little bit too quick. Oh, no, still way too quick. All right, you want to start over on this? Yes, yes, I would. Would like to very much start over. No, I think it's a little bit too much. Ah, nuts. Ah, nuts. My new truck, I'm hitting it every which way. Okay, now I got her on the corner. Alright, let's unzoom, because that's... I mean, not the greatest. I barely tapped the bumper when I was backing up with that truck. But it wasn't that bad. Alright, let's look at the world map. Alright, so... yeah, so Bloomington... so it looks like just Bloomington and Effingham. I like saying that, Effingham. I know, I'm a 10-year-old. So obviously Bloomington would be good, then go to Effingham. So Bloomington. Probably won't have one going there. I stand corrected. What is it with me and articulated trailers today? But we just went past the John Deere place, so we know it's not too far. And we are up to 90,000 in the bank account. But we're going to need probably 175 before we can buy another truck for the Champaign garage. Fuel-wise, yeah, we're not going too far on these deliveries, so we got plenty of fuel. I think I know the secret now to me in stoplights. When I get to one, if I want the stoplight to go rather quick, try taking a drink. Because as I get halfway through my drink, that's when the light turns green. If I don't take it... okay. If I don't take a drink, then the stoplight seems to take forever. Alright, I see where the trailer is. Gonna be a little bit more tricky because I can't actually back in straight to line up my wheels. Okay, so that time it worked out just fine. This weighs 55,500 pounds. So, got a little weight to it. Yeah, I should be able to just go out this way. So I guess that might be a 9XR or something like that on the back. Or that's what it's supposed to be, I would think. And I'm not sure if this load's even heavy enough where I need to use the extra low gears. I think the extra low gears on the 12.2 transmission probably really good for a load like this. If I'm on like an off-ramp of an interstate and you got to come up to a stoplight and you're going up on the off-ramp. That's a lot of up. That's a lot of directions right there. Up on the off ramp. Just got barely around that car. No Jake breaks in town. Not really a thing in ATS, but what does a trucker have to do to get out of here? Alright, I think I'm starting to feel the flow of the transmission and where my gears are in the 8 shifter. I think I'm starting to get the feel of it. I can feel the weight on this one a little bit more. welcome to Illinois. Are you saying I left Illinois there for just for a second? Ramp, 25 miles an hour. I'm pretty sure I'll go faster than 25. I probably shouldn't, but... All right, down to Bloomington. Yeah, still the RPMs of the engine. I'm not getting accustomed to the sound of it when to shift. So at some point we should be turning and heading south, which would be to the right. Appreciate everyone being here on their weekend, watching us drive through the state of Illinois. DLC came out on Thursday. I think it was $11.99 US dollars. And if you also play with a Coast to Coast DLC, DLC mod, that got updated, I do believe, late last night at some point. So you can get yourself the Illinois DLC and then update your Coast to Coast map for it, and you are good to go. Have to see when I get down to Bloomington if I get a notification from Steam that I visited so many cities in Illinois. And really, there doesn't seem to be as many cities in the state that is on the particular map itself. Is there like 8 or 9? Doesn't seem to be that many compared to some other states that we've done. I mean, I don't want to compare it to like Texas and states like that because, well, obviously Texas is huge. I think that car was getting ready to brake check me. Just turn my direction light on there for a second. Well, guess what? We are already here, honestly. We got down here a lot quicker than I thought we were going to. Seemed like a quick ride. Yeah, I was turning my direction light on to see what the tone sounded like when I was on the interstate, and I wanted to change lanes if it was... Because everything else seems rather quiet in the truck. I wanted to see if it was more prominent like it was in the 2018 Volvo that we were driving. It's noticeable. A lot less annoying. Wait, is it raining out? It's raining out. It doesn't look like it should be raining. Alright, I see our drop-off point, but which way do they want it facing? They do want it facing this way, so that's good. Park and brake. And a couple. I don't think it said we discovered Bloomington yet. Okay, we did. I didn't see where it came up on the screen that says you discovered Bloomington, but that's fine. So that just leaves Effingham that we need to get to, and that should be the last state. Sorry, last city of the state. So there's Marion, Effingham, Champaign, Bloomington, Chicago, Rockford, Malloy, Peoria, Springfield, Quincy. I think I'm up to 10. I think I counted 10 right there. So yeah, there's more cities here than I thought there was. All right, jobs here. So I'm actually kind of between Peoria and Bloomington. I'm just going to type in, well, there is nothing going to Effingham. Not with external contracts. Jefferson City shows up. It's EFF, right? Yeah, EFF. So let's try freight and see if I can get one going from there. Nothing from there. How about out of Bloomington? Okay, we got nothing going to Effingham. We could go to Marion and on the way through stop at Effingham and see what happens. Hello, Dactyle Gaming. Thank you very much appreciated. Dactyle Gaming gifting 5 channel memberships. Welcome all the newbies to becoming a channel member. Very generous of you, Dactyle. Hope you're doing well. Hope your Saturday is going nicely. Hope your weather is just as good as what I have here. It's a beautiful day where I'm at. Hopefully it is where you are as well. So to knock off the last city, let's see if I can get one to Marion. Or Marion. I'm not really sure how you would actually pronounce that. Could be done either way. And then on the way through... let me just make sure we can do it this way. Then on the way through, what I'll have to do... Yeah, so if we go through Bloomington, down through Champaign... when we go through Effingham, I just got to get off the interstate. And that should do it. So let's try external contracts and see if there's one going to... And of course there isn't. Of course there isn't. All right, how about this regular freight market? No. What is it with me in Illinois? I can't get to the cities I want to go to. Been away for a bit and got to catch us live. Well, yeah, glad you are here. And again, very generous of you donating 5 channel memberships. And like I said, I hope you're having a good Saturday so far. How about East St. Louis? It'd be a long way around, but how about if you can spell East correctly? No, nothing going to East St. Louis either. They just want to make this difficult. I want to go this way. Actually, okay, how about down to Cape? Because what we could do, that's not too far. Let's see if there's one going to Cape. And there, of course, there isn't one. Poplar Bluff. Go a little further. Well, there's one going to Poplar Bluff. But that would not bring me through Effingham. So, I mean, I would have to go out of my way to get to it. But I think we'll take it and we'll just reroute ourselves. Because the good thing about these contracts, it's done by real time. So we'll grab this one, then we'll have to reroute ourselves. Woke up to 7,400 plus subs from hitting 500 December. Now it's watch time you need. Yeah, I just got to start pushing out some videos here. It's not that difficult to reach. Is it what, 4,000 hours of watch time? I think you need to hit something like that. All right, so we're going to be leaving Illinois, but at least on the way through, we'll stop. We'll swing through Effingham, but I'll have to recalculate our GPS. But that was rather difficult, just trying to get a load going a general direction, wasn't it? How are we doing on fuel? I got about a half a tank left. So if I happen to be going by a fuel station, we'll dip on in for some diesel. So yeah, not going to be the fastest way getting this delivery done. We're going to take a detour. I shouldn't have said detour, because watch, I'll probably get to Effingham. And when I want to get off the off-ramp, they'll probably have it closed because of an accident or something. Peoria is like another 48 miles. What time is it? It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, I think for where we're going, we're not going to get there before dark. And again, with external contracts, that's real time. I got to get the job done. So I could pick up this load, making this. I could call it a night, or we could drive a bit and then find a rest area, pull over. That way, we're not driving through the night, and then continue the drive in the morning. And unless my drivers do a miraculous evening, I don't think we're going to be getting ourselves a truck today. So we are using a realistic weather mod. So if you see if the storms are a little bit different, that's part of it. And apparently the weather mod says the best way for rain chance is at 18%, and that's why I got it at. Oops, I'm turning here. Need another 2,600 hours and good to go. Is it within a year or is it a month? I forgot what it was. It's been a while. But I kind of remember that way back when. Oh, I'm staring at a green light. Those two red lights had me in a daze over there. I think I can go. I'm trying to figure out where this trailer actually is. Ah, it's over there. I see it. I see it now. I didn't even know what I was even hauling, but now we know. Wider trailer than the truck? Sure, I got the other one doing it at an angle. And now this Kingpin, I'm just having a whole bunch of trouble. Oh, you know why? You're backing up to the wrong trailer, Einstein. It's not the dump truck. I mean, it helps you back up to the right trailer there, Peanut. Alright, so what I need to do is, let me put this in neutral, park and brake. I need to recalculate where we're going. Because I want to go to Effingham. And looks like Effingham is really just a whole bunch of rest areas. So maybe what we can do, since it's, what time is it? It's like 4:30. So if I were to just like pin that, that would get us there in almost 3 hours. So it's going to be right around 8 o'clock in the evening. So we can come in here, top off of fuel. We'll rest through the night. And then we can continue on down. We'll leave Illinois, get on down to Poplar Bluff. But that will get us all the cities visited in Illinois. Obviously not all the roads, but we'll have visited every city in town. Every city in town. Every city in the state. Anywho. Wait, this kid doesn't weigh too much, does it? Nah, 22,000 pounds. Weighs practically nothing. See if they let us out. Braking in the rain. Give yourself more room than that. Oh, so you just got to do it within a year. Alright, so you should be able to do that, I would think. I couldn't remember if it was a year or a month. Alright, let's get on down to Effingham. Looks like the rain is letting up. So you have just one more city to visit. And again, there is no, if you're wondering and you haven't got the Illinois state yet, or plan on doing so, There is no cruising event going on. SES has suspended events for the time being. They announced that a couple months ago. So you don't need to like rush on here and get it done. But even if they did have it, you would usually have about a couple months to do it. But there is no event going on for rewards or anything. Can't read chat while I'm driving. Doesn't work. And there's John continuing to be a channel member. Very much appreciated, sir. Being here for that long as you have. Not sure why, but thanks for sticking around. Very much appreciated. Still can't believe we've had, I think since day one you've been a channel member when I activated that. Again, channel members, if you, because Dactyle was generous enough to donate 5 and John re-upped his membership, but channel members do get early access to videos that I post. And you do also get a couple of extra emotes for chat if you want to use that. But emotes are something that people really don't really use on YouTube live streams. Occasionally they do, but it's not like when you watch Twitch. Seems like when you watch someone on Twitch, half a Twitch chat is emojis and all that. So we are kind of taking the longer route down for this job, only because I was trying to go through Effingham and discover it. But we got time on our side. .48 miles to Effingham. Which again, we're going to be stopping in Effingham at a truck stop. I've been through it on the interstate, but that's not enough to discover it. Gonna have to get off the interstate. Still here because you enjoy the company and the videos. I'm glad you are enjoying it. Even me almost driving off the road as I try to keep up with chat now. You've been here since Miss Survival. Myth Survival, I still see that game still getting updates. I don't know if that game was actually... I think that game has been in early access for ages. Ages and ages. Alright, Effingham is right ahead. So the next exit should be ours. Still don't think it said, nope, I'm not turning here. Oh! That guy didn't want to turn just yet, apparently. We are up to 111,000 as a company, which is good. There's so many emotes it takes so long to look through them. On Twitch or YouTube? I never looked at the YouTube one. Still getting updates, but with a single dev it takes time. I mean, at least that guy, I will say about Myth Survival, and it's been ages since I played that game, but at least they continue to update the game and bring in new content and make it better. There's been some games that I've played in the channel, even as of recent, to where it says early access. They put the game out on Steam. They'll do like one quick update or a hot fix, and then that's it. That's all you see it. That's pretty much what they do. Hello, Jacob. Welcome. Just found the channel and bought the game today, and I'm from South Africa. I'm really enjoying the game. Here in Chicago right now, taking a load to East St. Louis. Well, if you just bought the game today, I don't know if you mean the DLC itself or the whole game, but if you just bought the game today, you got a lot of content to get through. A lot of areas to cover. So we're just going to skip through the night. We're going to stay parked right here. Let's go ahead and set time to 6 a.m. And now at 6 a.m. the next morning. Well, we're at 156,000, but I don't think that's enough to buy a truck for the garage. I think I need like 170 or 180,000. Let's go finish this delivery and see in a couple of in-game hours what that gets up to. Might be able to do it. There might be a dealership down here as well, or a recruitment center, one or the other. Ah, it's a recruitment center. You bought the game and all the maps. So yes, you got plenty of countryside to drive along. Got to start in a little bit lower gear. I think I was starting in fourth. So yes, we have visited every city in Illinois. I don't know if this car is going to the turning lane or what they're doing. Still have the game saved for Pacific Northwest from FS19 that I sent you. Oh, wow. Hopefully a lot of the mods I were using were or are going to be available for you. Or maybe you already downloaded them, I don't know. Because I think back in FS19, I was using some mods on third-party websites. FS19, that was the $55 million debt challenge, I do believe. Yeah, because Pacific Northwest didn't get... he was going to bring Pacific Northwest FS22, but with all the changes that there was from the game side of things from 19 to 22, he never did it. But he was creating a map for FS22. But I think he gave up through it because never got released. I never heard from him after he sent me like an early access to a map that wasn't quite done. Alright, get up to speed here. Put the cruise control on. And fingers crossed, we'll see if our drivers bring in enough cash in the next couple in-game hours to where we might be able to get ourselves a truck for the Champaign, Illinois garage, and that way our one driver that's there doesn't get lonely. Hello, Logan. Welcome. Hope you're having a nice weekend. Warning, slowing down to 65. Well, guess what? I'm doing external contracts, so that's all I can do. So I don't have to slow down for nothing. GPS is telling me to get on over, so I'll get on over. But I could have stayed in that middle lane. But since I'm a trucker, I probably should be in the right-hand lane. I know one thing, the temperature outside my house must be getting kind of warm because it's getting kind of toasty in my room now. A couple days ago, it was like only 45 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. And by Tuesday, we're supposed to hit near 90, which is just... I mean, I think the highest temperature I've seen since like last October, I think we've only hit 70 degrees once or twice since last October. And now Tuesday is going to be 90, which is going to... I'm going to be roasting. Does seem to be not that much traffic today, and on Thursday's stream as well. It doesn't seem to be as much traffic. I don't know if they toned it down some, or I was using a traffic mod. I don't know if maybe that's... I can bypass the next way station. All right. Or maybe that mod is not working as intended. But yeah, traffic doesn't seem to be too clustered, so... Not that I'm going to complain about it. Gives me plenty of room to maneuver around. Why is that truck going that slow? "70 miles an hour on the interstate." I'm not sure why that truck was going that slow. Wasn't paying attention while I was coming up to it that fast. Just noticed at the last second, I'm like, boy, I'm catching that truck extremely fast for usually how it goes for me on the interstates. Due to ADS, you have a wheel and real automatic... Sorry, I'm trying to read on my other screen here. Automatic transmission. Manual to start with. Oops, sorry. Glad there was no cars there. Yeah, if it's a game you're going to be playing a lot, or you love, a steering wheel makes a huge difference in a trucking game or a racing game or any game that you can drive. If you're going to be doing a lot of driving, a steering wheel makes a huge improvement. And then getting used to automatic or manual, everyone has their preferences. I prefer manual. Which is kind of weird. If you look at my play styles from ATS, like Farming Simulator, ATS, I drive first person. Farming Simulator, I drive third person. ATS, I prefer manual shifting. And ATS, I do not like the manual shifting at all. Welcome to Missouri. They're probably going to pull me in for the way station, though. No, I can bypass. Well, aren't all the states and DOTs being nice and generous to me today? Hello, Clemenza. Hope your weekend is going well. Thanks for dropping on in. We have just left Illinois because we have visited all the cities. I didn't deliver to or from every city because we don't have to. But on this load here, I had to take a detour to get to the final city, Effingham, because I couldn't find anything going to there or through there. So we took a long detour around with this load. We're currently going to Pine Bluff, Missouri. Is it in Missouri? Oh, it's Poplar Bluff. Sorry, Poplar Bluff is where we're going. Oh, you notice the same thing with the traffic mod. Thinking about removing it. I probably should look on Steam in the workshop, see when the last time it was updated. I don't know if ATS or SES made a change with patch 1.59 or not. I mean, obviously there's traffic, but it doesn't seem to be... Seems a little bit more sparse than usual. Speed limit is 6... Wait, am I getting off up here? Or is the interstate turning that way? I think the interstate's turning that way. The car was going just slow enough. Now it's going to take me forever to get back over in the slow lane, unless you do the creep over maneuver. Like that. And they'll slow down a bit for you and let you in. Oh, we're here at Poplar Bluff already. That was a quicker trip down here than I thought. That's my loan payment. It better be just my loan payment. But it should be just our loan payment. And if you're wondering how much our payment is, it's like $3,000 a day. Oh, down to 30. 35 I can deal with. 30 is just... seems like I'm always crawling everywhere. During rush hour time, you see a lot more traffic inside cities. Wondering about the weather mod also. Don't seem to get as much rain now. We've had a couple of rain showers today. Thing is, I'm just so new to the mod, I don't know what is normal and what isn't. But it seemed like it was raining quite hard earlier today. Whoops. I need to be in that left-hand lane. I think I actually got to go through the intersection. Whoop, yellow. Don't give me your... I'm far enough through. Yeah, we're fine. Where am I delivering this to? Why is that window glitching like it is? It says some... kind of showing me just on the left-hand side here. Ah, right there is where we're going with it. Oh! I can just pull in? I wasn't expecting that. Not sure if I've ever seen this drop off here. I want to get straighter than that if I can. Alright, park and brake, engine decouple. Well, again, it seemed like the rain to me was a little bit more intense than normal. But like I said, I'm not used to the mod that much to know if it was the difference or not. So I wouldn't go by my opinion on that. Oh, we're up to $180,000. Boy, the drivers brought in money this morning. Let's go ahead and do truck dealers. And... that's a Kenworth, Western Star, Freightliner. So, I mean, I got a Volvo truck in there. I think we will look at buying another one online. And maybe we will get them... ooh, that's a base price there. That's a base price there. Let's see, because that one's 170-ish. Let's see. Because that's a sleeper cab. 6x4. The bigger engine does better on hills and heavy cargo, but reduces the normal cargo. So maybe we'll stick with that. If I give him that... oh, yeah, let's give him that gearbox right there for an extra... it's only like $6,000 more. And it does improve everything quite a bit. And then that's it. I don't really need to do anything else. The paint scheme... I think I will change the paint, only because I think that's kind of the same color almost as we got before. That's in there. Dark purple. I don't have purple in that garage. back to yard work before the rain gets here. Just thought I'd pop in and say hello and the like. Thank you, Clemenza. Thanks for stopping on in. Yeah, enjoy the weather today. I don't know exactly if your weather is almost like mine, but I know you're not. You know, we live kind of in the same region area. But do enjoy the day. I know you got to do yard work, but sometimes getting outside and touching grass is nice. But yes, we can afford this truck. $174,205. Purchase. Illinois. You can go in that first bay. And now we can go ahead and get ourselves a driver. And let's see what we got. Always looking for someone with a little bit of long distance on them. Veronica wouldn't be too bad, but she's got points into high value and fragile, but nothing in the long distance. I would like just a point. All right, so I would assume that's pronounced Michael. I've never seen it spelt that way, but so be it. Yeah, I'll give him some room to run around. Let's see, he's on page 3. Is there anyone else with long distance? Oh, right here. She can do long distance and she can do high value cargo. So Monica H. Welcome to the fleet. It's kind of fitting. A purple truck for a female driver. She may not even like purple. Who knows? But there she is on the road. That brings us down to $6,000, but now we have 56 drivers? 56 drivers on the road. On the road they are. How do you get your game more realistic? Well, there's plenty of mods for on the workshop. There's third-party websites you can use for mods. It all depends on what you're trying to do. So, yeah, we have now left Illinois, because like I said, we have now visited every city in the state. So that is covered. So now we're kind of able to free roam, if you will. So yeah, the next state, again, even though this one just came out, should be South Dakota. Yeah, I hope they kind of work on this region up here instead of working their way east. Because the coast-to-coast map that I use is pretty well done in this region. At the Mason-Dixon line, as they call it. So I kind of hope SES focuses on the Dakotas, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. And of course, we can't forget about they're going to be doing British Columbia as well. We are running the Pro Mods. The problem with the only problem with the Pro Mods is it's such a small-ish area. It's kind of hard to stay in the BC area. But I was going to say, me and Cindy are going to get out and enjoy. I think this is Subway right next to us. But Cindy's not here because being a new truck, the mod doesn't work for the truck. So Cindy can't ride along with us. But that is where I'm going to wrap it up for today. Just wanted to get Illinois wrapped up. So next week we can get back into like Farming Simulator. And of course, I think I'm going to get into Forza Horizon 6. I should say no stream tomorrow because I usually don't stream on Sundays unless I don't stream on Mondays or whatever. But no stream tomorrow, no video tomorrow as well. Sunday's usually ATS, but we done ATS Thursday and today. I do plan on streaming Saturday, although I do have a meeting I got to do Monday morning. It should not affect my stream, I don't think. I should be starting right around 11 to 12 o'clock in the morning, New York time, Eastern Standard Time. So I should be starting somewhere around there. And I'm guessing right now it's probably going to be Farm Sim is what we'll do. Do a little bit of harvesting. And on Tuesday will probably be Forza Horizon 6. I don't know what time the release is for the game on Tuesday, but that's my plans for now to check things on out. So yeah, I appreciate everyone being here for some ATS on a Saturday. Do enjoy the rest of your weekend. And again, special thanks to Dactyle and John. Dactyle for gifting 5 channel memberships, and John re-upping his channel memberships for the past year and a half now at least. But a big thank you to both of you. Very much appreciated. But everyone enjoy their weekend. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you all on Monday. But until then, have a good one.